We live in this massive ocean of infinite financial data today.
Yeah, we really do. And unrefined data is basically just pure paralyzing noise for most people.
It is. I mean, have you ever stared at a company's financial page?
Oh, absolutely. It can feel completely dizzying.
Right. The green and red charts just kind of blur together endlessly. You feel completely lost in the sheer mathematical
hmm
noise.
It's overwhelmingly complex.
And I still wrestle with this confusing feeling myself sometimes. I remember buying a stock just because a friend called it a sure thing.
Oh no, let me guess.
Yeah. I didn't read a single actual financial statement first. I just trusted the hype.
Hmm.
And I lost money. Lots of it.
Yeah, that happens to so many of us, unfortunately. We simply don't have the time to properly research.
Exactly. And Wall Street intentionally makes the data confusing and dense. I simply didn't understand what I was actually buying.
But that is exactly what we're going to fix.
Right. Welcome to this deep dive. Today, we have a very specific and empowering mission. We're unpacking how to turn Claude AI into your personal analyst.
Yes. We're going to transform it using 7 highly specific prompts.
And here is the absolute best part of all this. You don't need to be a math genius anymore.
Not at all. This technology completely levels the playing field with big banks. You can take control of your financial future today.
Okay, let's unpack this. We need to start by looking at a single stock.
Right. We have to analyze one company before filtering the whole ocean.
Traditionally, calculating the intrinsic value of a company takes days.
Oh, easily. Wall Street teams literally work grueling 100-hour weeks.
Yeah.
They pull hundreds of complex pages of historical data, and they build these massive discounted cash flow models in giant spreadsheets.
Which is just estimating value based on future money made.
Exactly. It is a grueling, highly manual human process.
But an AI like Claude changes the game entirely.
It really does. It reads that unstructured corporate data almost instantly. It recognizes the underlying linguistic patterns in the complex numbers.
Which brings us to prompt 1 for our toolkit today.
The general health check.
Right. You ask Claude to act as a senior fundamental analyst.
And you tell it to check a specific stock ticker symbol. Like, say we're deeply analyzing Apple or Tesla.
The exact phrasing of the prompt is incredibly important here.
Yeah, you must tell it to act as a senior analyst.
Right. This clever technique is called role prompting in the AI world.
It forces the language model to aggressively narrow its focus.
It pulls knowledge specifically from its vast financial training data.
But how does a language model actually evaluate financial health?
Yeah, it doesn't have a traditional calculator in its digital brain.
Right, and that is the truly brilliant part here. It has read millions of historical financial books and analysis papers.
Wow.
It knows exactly what a healthy balance sheet looks like linguistically.
So it checks their revenue growth immediately, which just means making more money yearly.
Exactly. And it checks their profit margin.
Meaning the money left in pocket after costs.
Right. It compares their massive corporate debt against their cash reserves.
And debt is basically just money owed, right?
Yeah.
Too much means bankruptcy risk.
Debt is crucial right now because interest rates are higher. Too much debt means a serious risk of corporate bankruptcy.
And finally, it gives a clear buy, hold, or sell recommendation.
Because just looking at a rising stock chart is incredibly dangerous.
It is exactly like looking at the cover of a book.
Yeah.
You cannot tell if a person is healthy from the outside. You need a full health check to look deep inside.
You have to understand the actual numbers driving the underlying business.
But checking thousands of stocks by hand takes an entire lifetime.
Which is where prompt 2 comes into the picture today.
The customized stocknet. We use AI to build a specific mathematical filter.
You basically tell Claude to actively filter for specific business characteristics.
Right. You might want fast-growing tech stocks with massive upside.
Or you might want safe, dividend-paying healthcare companies instead.
This specific filter helps you catch only the biggest, strongest fish.
The AI builds a custom screener based on your specific words.
And a great example comes directly from our source material today. Someone checked a very famous tech stock using this exact filter.
The overall corporate sales were growing incredibly fast every single quarter.
But dangerous high debt was hiding quietly behind the scenes.
They were borrowing heavily to pay for new, risky projects.
And the AI flagged this hidden debt ratio immediately for the user.
Yeah, that hidden information prevented a potentially terrible financial purchase.
Wait, so AI isn't just summarizing data, it's actively building customized filters.
Exactly. It builds a net to catch only the strongest, healthiest companies.
Now that we have our customized net, the challenge completely changes.
It really does.
How do we understand those dense, boring quarterly business updates? We need to extract the truth without getting a massive headache.
That is exactly where we use Prompt 3 today, the translator.
Right. Because every 3 months, public companies release quarterly earnings reports.
The 10Q report. It's a legally required quarterly summary of a company's finances.
And honestly, they read like giant sleep-inducing report cards.
Haha, yeah. And they are largely written by highly paid corporate accountants.
Here's where it gets really interesting. You don't need to read the massive document yourself.
No, you just copy the raw text directly from Yahoo Finance.
And then you paste it directly into the Claude prompt box.
You ask the AI to read deeply between the corporate lines.
We are looking for 3 specific things in this dense text.
First, we look closely at the Wall Street expectations.
Right. Did the company actually beat those high expectations this quarter?
Second, we deeply analyze the boss's specific words and tone.
We're basically looking for subtle hedge words in their language.
Exactly. Words like headwinds or transition period are major linguistic clues.
They're often corporate speak for, we're losing money rapidly.
Yeah. Third, we instruct the AI to look for weird accounting numbers.
It helps spot massive red flags hidden in the complex math.
Like a company faking profit by selling old office equipment.
Right? Or borrowing money instead of actually growing their core sales.
Yeah.
It finds the real truth hidden deep in the accounting jargon.
It completely bypasses the corporate spin and looks at the raw reality.
But I want to push back on this a bit here.
Okay.
Prompt 4 is what we call the aggressive devil's advocate. We instruct the AI to ask, what if everything fails completely? But if I tell Claude to act as a strict risk manager, isn't there a danger it's just hallucinating a fake corporate risk?
Yeah.
How do we actively stop it from making up fake numbers?
That is a brilliant point, and it happens quite often, actually.
Right.
That is exactly why Prompt 4 includes a very specific rule. You force the AI to cite the exact original paragraph.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It must quote the earnings report to legally prove its point.
So you tell the AI to stop being polite and artificially nice.
Right. You instruct it to brutally tear the business model completely apart.
And there are 3 main risks it will aggressively search for.
First is market risk. This is a big economic storm hitting every single ship at once.
If the whole economy crashes, this specific stock will crash too.
Second is industry risk. Your specific business might just become completely outdated very soon.
Think about gas cars versus electric cars over a decade. People might stop needing your core physical product entirely.
Exactly. Third is financial risk. This means taking on way too much toxic corporate debt.
It is literally like trying to swim while holding heavy stones. 2 sec silence. Does it actually catch them faking their profits?
Yes, it spots if they just sold equipment instead of truly growing. Sponsor.
Okay, so we know how to find the hidden corporate risks now. But what happens when you find 2 truly great, healthy companies? You only have the available money to pick one of them.
Right. You cannot just flip a coin and blindly hope for the best.
That brings us directly to Prompt 5 in our journey, the head-to-head battle.
You force 2 rival stocks to fight logically and scientifically.
Think of a massive battle like Coca-Cola versus Pepsi.
Or a massive global tech war like Apple versus Microsoft.
You base this battle on your own specific financial goals. Are you looking for fast growth or steady, reliable income?
And you must define your exact time frame, like 5 or 10 years.
Whoa! Imagine it calculating the exact moat of 2 giant rivals in mere seconds.
It is amazing. The sheer computing power required to do that historically is absolutely staggering.
The economic moat concept is absolutely crucial to understand here.
Yeah, a moat is basically water protecting a castle from enemies.
Think of a business moat less like water around a stone castle, though. It is more like a toll bridge in a small town.
Right, a town that only has one single narrow river crossing.
Apple's software ecosystem is a massive, highly profitable toll bridge.
Brand loyalty is another incredibly powerful and visible business moat. People will happily buy Coke even if it costs significantly more.
Because their global distribution network ensures Coke is in every single village.
High switching costs are another massive, highly protective digital moat.
It is incredibly hard to change your entire phone software ecosystem.
Yeah, if you want to switch to a brand new Android device, you have to leave all your purchased digital apps behind.
You lose your iCloud photos and your famous blue text bubbles.
That painful switching cost is the ultimate toll bridge fee.
So the AI analyzes both companies and tells you which moat is wider.
Exactly. Then we move to prompt 6, the diversified portfolio.
We all know you should never put all your eggs in one basket.
But how do you actually build the basket properly and safely?
You start by telling Claude your exact available cash budget.
And you define your personal risk level as aggressive, safe, or balanced.
It then designs a custom mix across several different global industries.
Right.
But why do we intentionally mix completely different industries together?
Because if you only buy high-growth tech stocks, it is incredibly stressful.
Yeah, when the tech sector drops, your whole financial portfolio drops violently. That exposes a massive vulnerability in your overall investment strategy.
So you need to mix in boring things like food and electricity.
Even if people stop buying expensive new smartphones entirely during a recession.
They still eat food every single day of their lives. They still turn on their lights at night when it gets dark.
There is also a brilliant, counterintuitive expert tip hidden here.
Portfolio rebalancing, which is just moving money from winners to smaller stocks.
Right. Every 6 months, you ask Claude a very specific question. Should I move money from my winners to my smaller stocks?
It feels backwards to sell your winners, but it works mathematically.
This practice keeps your entire team of stocks completely steady.
It mechanically lowers your overall risk while locking in those massive gains.
So why intentionally mix tech stocks with food companies?
To stay safe. People still buy food even when tech markets crash.
Mixing different industries keeps your money safe during major crashes.
Exactly. You finally have your perfect balanced team of stocks ready.
But paying double for a perfect house is a genuinely bad deal.
Yeah.
How do we find the golden moment to actually buy?
That brings us to prompt 7, the entry price. We analyze the current stock price against recent market action.
Because we desperately want to avoid buying at the very top.
The fear of missing out completely destroys amateur stock portfolios.
We see a stock rocketing up and our human brains just panic.
We use the mathematical pullback secret to protect ourselves instead.
Right, a pullback is just a small drop after a long rise.
We wait patiently for that small drop after a long, aggressive rise.
It is exactly like waiting for a seasonal clothing discount.
Imagine a 20% sale at your favorite retail clothing store. Why pay full price today if you can wait a single week?
Exactly. There are 3 personal golden rules to remember here. Rule number 1, always give the AI the absolute freshest data possible.
Right, because AI is not a magical fortune teller looking into the future.
Its internal memory stops at a specific date in the past.
You must copy the latest price from Google Finance first. Paste that fresh data directly into the chat box for Claude.
Giving a master chef the freshest ingredients makes the meal much better.
Rule number 2, remember that you are always the final boss.
AI completely lacks your life experience and your human gut feeling.
If the AI says buy, but you feel scared, simply wait.
You are always sitting securely in the primary driver's seat.
And rule number 3, keep your specific prompts incredibly simple and direct.
Talk to Claude like you were talking to a normal friend.
Fancy financial words will only confuse the complex language model.
Yeah.
Plain, simple words always get the most clear, actionable answers.
2-sec silence. So we actually want to wait for the pullback instead of rushing.
Exactly. Patience gets you that amazing stock at a discount.
Patience gets you a great stock at a massive discount.
Yes.
So what does this all mean?
Well, in just one single afternoon, your entire financial perspective completely shifts.
You go from being intimidated by dense, confusing financial jargon to acting exactly like a seasoned Wall Street pro.
By using AI as your personal translator, things become wonderfully clear.
It acts as a ruthless devil's advocate and an emotionless risk manager.
It actively protects your hard-earned money from bad, highly emotional decisions.
AI is truly the ultimate analytical tool of our modern generation.
But your human brain must always make the final call.
Your gut feeling is still your single best financial asset.
Technology gives you the map, but you drive the car.
If AI can act as a senior Wall Street analyst today, if it can instantly dissect a company's past and present reality, how will the very definition of a financial expert deeply change?
That is a great point.
What happens in 5 years when everyone has this tool in their pocket?
The financial landscape is shifting beneath our feet right now. Take your favorite consumer brand today.
Run it through the health check prompt right after this deep dive.
See what incredible corporate secrets you can uncover yourself.
Thank you so much for taking this deep dive with us. Otiro Music.